Candace, I'm back. I'm going to take you on a little ride so I can get you situated. Okay, so we are going to work back in our little journal pocket insert flippy thing, and we're still using our Janeybjournals, the blue remembered kit. Make sure if you can see this. Yes. So, let me set this back aside. So we're using the brown distress page, which, you know, if you don't have it, well, if you're able to print this, well, then, you know, you have it, but you can always use coffee dye paper. And then I'm going to use this flower here, and then we're going to use this piece of the paper, one with the pink flowers and stuff. Excuse me, I had to bite my fingernail. Oh, let me turn the light on, maybe my other little light. Woohoo! Like I said, it helps me. I don't know if it helps y'all. Okay, so, and then this is just what we're going to be doing next. But I'm just going to, oh, and then this is the little butterfly that I finished. So, I just put Nouveau drops on there, traced around this label, and then traced around the inside so it had a little more black, so it kind of went with the flower. And then did some of my little choo-choo-choo lines and dots around there too, just so. I don't know. There you go. Okay. Sorry. Alright. So, and that's going into here. Now, on this one, I want to take this, which it looks like this might be the right size. So, let's just trim it with our ruler. And I think I want some of this darker side, so it shows on top. Alright, and let's just see where I need to tear it. Y'all, I am so ready for this hot summer to go away. It has been crazy up here this year as far as the humidity. Oh, it's just rough. I don't like a rough. I don't like the humidity. Alright, let me just trim. Even though I wonder if I inked it, if it would. Well, you know, I think I'm just going to have to ink this. I need to cut my little hole out with my little punchy. So I want to go there. So let me use my I don't like left-handed punches. Punch. Oh my gosh. I'm about to put another, yep. Well, let's put a piece of scrap behind there because it's not liking me at all today. Like I said, I printed on decent sized paper. Oh no, that's my lightweight. I'm bad. Okay, I'm bad. That wasn't my thick paper. All my fault. I know it's always my fault, but anyway. Oh. Yeah, so I'm gonna, this one's gonna be a late video for today, because as you can tell, I thought I published my little thingy, my other one for yesterday, but it turned out it was private, not even public, so when I went up there to check it, you know, I had to make it public, so that aired today at, you know, this morning at 10, but I was like, oh, I wish that thing wouldn't change itself, because when you go to select it, when you do your, you know, uploading it and creating in your YouTube, it asks you private or public, and I click public all the time. And then when you go, then after that, then you have to go to select your schedule, so you know, select the time and all that good stuff. And sometimes it just, I don't know, does its own little thing. And usually I wait up and wait until it's finished finished uploading and everything, so I can make sure that it's done correctly, but I didn't. I've got to learn. You got to check that it's finished and let it do its 30-45 minute whatever it does, and then check it before you close that lid. Alright, wait. There's my wine for the day. Alright. We'll just put some glue on here and glue this on. Oops. I know, I'm thinking. Alright, let's glue this one on here. Make sure all my sides are down. Alright. Let me add this to my Happy Scrap family. Oh, you know, there was something else I was going to do on here, but I just now realized, because now I thought of something else, but I wanted to put this on here, but, well, we'll have to do that on something else, because I already thought of something else. Alright, so now we're going to cut. Yes, I'm going to cut. We're going to cut this one out. Try to save some of them butterflies. They're a little close on here. Need to have a little more spacing. But we just got to work with what we got. Got to cut straight. Makes it work a lot better. Oh, let me just... I know, I'm going to glue it to a book page, but I just wanted to ink. I just felt like inking because I only did one thing. Ah, feels so much better when you ink. The world's just right when you ink. Oh, alright. Let me find... I don't have a piece of scrap. Let me rip another piece of book page out of my book. And then we're going to glue this on there just to give a little more strength. Even though I did print this on the 32-pound paper, since it's going to be a pocket, I just want to go ahead and reinforce it so it just has a little bit of more oomphies to it. And now I'm thinking about maybe sewing around it. Doggone. Can't do nothing simple. Just wait till I get my little craft space organized. I'm going to buy me one of those little bitty, all we do is forward and, straight stitch and zigzag. And it's one of those little small, little child beginner things. I'm going to have that just so I can do some quick little sewings. Because like I said, my machine's just too big. I can't move it around. Alright. So. I'm sure I'm going to have to go trim this on my machine, on my little cutter, because I can tell it's not straight. So, let me just go trim that off. Oh. You know, there's got to be a name for this. A polite name. Oh, and I'm telling you, I promise you, I'm going to have just a no guillotine, no nothing. All I can use is scissors and tear rulers. That's going to be a journal. And it's going to be called She Done Gone Crazy Journal. Alright, so let me put this under my block real quick and let it dry for a minute. Then I'll sew it and we'll come back and do our other thing to it. While we're waiting on that, let's just go ahead and I wanted to use this on the back of here. So, and I think I want to do it with this tear ruler since I have a little bit more space. Ah, man, didn't hold my mouth right. You know, sometimes these glass mats, they just get you when you try to tear. Alright, so that's going to go here. So let me tear it there. Alright, and now we'll just tear a little on top. Which actually, I think I'm going to do this. I'm just thinking, oh wait, that is that side. I'm just thinking a little down the road with my scrap. You're not supposed to pre-scrap plan, but I am right now. Okay, so that's not the way, dum-dum. Alright. So we're putting it on here. And then let me just tear it so that way I have a scrap all ready to go with 3 torn edges. Alright. And then we're going to ink around here and glue that onto there. And this is still light enough to where you can write on it, you can journal on it, or if you feel the need to put another pocket on there, you've got room to put a little pocket on there. You know, still might put a pocket on there, but don't know. Right now, nope. When I put it in that journal, I sure might change my mind, but at least I have an option. Okay, so now, oh, I got to take my little taggies out so I can ink. Got to ink around this bag. I guess I need to ink around the front too. Got to make it blend. You know, and if those things floating around bother you, but they're going to be hanging down, you know, on the page, you can always tack them up with some glue. And then I am going to tell myself, I tried to cut the side to make that a pocket. Well, that doesn't work because all of it's open in there, so I had to glue it back. So yeah, that was an epic fail. Just want to let you know. But I went ahead and glued it shut on my own, so you didn't have to see. I'll show you on another one, but not on this one. Alright, and let's glue it on here. You know, now that I'm talking about making it a pocket, since I didn't get that one to be a pocket, but I'm going to have my 2 in there. I got that one. And then we was doing that. She's just going to get so fat. Maybe. Because I'm going to have those poking out. I just got to talk to myself now. I'm going to have those poking out. Maybe we'll... Okay. I just talked myself out of it. Let's glue this on here. Oh, I know. I heard you, Jamie. I heard you, Cindy. Oh, gosh. Alright, Karen. I know it's already tomorrow there. So crazy. All the different time zones and stuff. Alright. Let's put this on here. Okay, just got to make sure I hadn't walked myself down too far. Alright. some pretty paper. Alright. Now, my thing is when we put it in here, this is kind of going to be, you're not going to see this, but so if I do something with 2 inches, I should be good. Alright. Let me find a 2-inch something that's in my head. Hold on. I might just have to grab a whole new piece. It might be safer. Okay. I think I'm going to do some of this deli paper down there. Usually I do vellum, but I'm going to use this deli paper. I mean, it's pretty strong. Now, my question is, yes, I want to tear it. And then we want to tear the bottom so it's not so straight and perfect. Oops. Need to tear a little more because I didn't pay attention to being unperfect. Alright. And then when we sew this in, this will be butted up against there. So we'll be good. Alright. We're just going to make us a see-through little pocket like I do with the vellum. Well, we're using some deli paper. Yeah, so my dogs weren't too happy that my friend came in. They're like, what? Hey, stranger, stranger danger. Oh, but 3 of them definitely warmed up to her pretty fast. One of them, yeah. And the other 2, not so much. So, but if they want some food, they better learn to like her fast. And I'm wondering, we're just going to put that on there. Alright, so now, since I'm using that glossy stuff, kind of like the magazines, I just trust this much better, the Ultimate Glue, that Crafter's Pick stuff that I got from Hobby Lobby, because I know it glues, I know it glues everywhere, doggone. Well, hello, I guess we're going to use our fingers to put it on there since I just had a whole blob come out. Well, good grief. But we saved that. Just got to make sure that's dry before I put it on there. Let's try this again. You know, because I stored it upside down, so. But of course, it's not going to come out now. Oh my gosh. Well, whoops. I didn't want a whole bunch of glue, just the edges. I might have to go try to wipe that a little bit. Yes, she went outside, so now of course the dogs are like, oh, humans outside. Make sure none of my other glue's in here. Now, you know, I haven't tried gluing this with anything else, but I know on magazines, my art glitter glue doesn't hold sometimes. They definitely come apart, so in this, it does not come apart, so that's why I want to use this, just because it's all waxy. Now I've got to clean our mess up. Gotta dab the excess off. Yuck. Okay. Alright. Let me put you on pause for a minute and let me go sew around that little thing, and then I'll be right back and we'll do that. Oops, let me get you back in here and we'll finish that. Okay guys, I'm back. Alright, so let me just see how that's doing. is gluing. That's how it's doing. You know, like I said, that glue takes a little bit longer to dry, but if you're looking for a flexible bookbinding type glue and one that does those magazines, that's the one. Okay, so I sewed around here, and now I'm just gonna do my little glue on my ends just to help hold my seams together so they don't fall out. Just do a little pinch. I think I might just let the threads hang down just to give it a little bit of oomphies. Okay, and then we're going to glue this pocket on. Let's see, do I want it all? No. Let's just have the same kind of amount of border, whoa, around the edges. And of course, another journal card we have to make. Oh, but I just thought it was pretty. You see your blue and blues. Alright, and we squeeze it down a little more. Alright, and then, while that's drying, let me see about back here. I might cut these butterflies and put them on here. If y'all can handle watching me fussy cut for a little bit. All right. Yeah, when I'm done doing these videos, I gotta go into my husband's closet abyss down in his office to find another little suitcase, because he took the one that I always use when I travel for, you know, carry-on. Well, of course, now I don't have one. So I got to go dig in there. Oh, I hope it's in there. If not, I'll be bored of playing with the trash bag. For real. Oh, I think I'm just going to cut his little antennae off. And then, if I need them, I'll draw them back on. But that's just too hard to fussy cut around those little faint things. And they look just fine without them, you know. Oops, let me get back in here. Yeah, so our first dog that we had, my chocolate lab, that, you know, John got me for Valentine's Day one year as a puppy. You know, we had to send him to the special school because when he turned 3, he was sassy. I mean, oh, he would fight you. I mean, just he had his mind set. If he wanted to get in that car, he got in the car, you could not get him out. You had to literally drive him just around the block. And he thought he, you know, went far, and he was fine. He'd hop right back out. But, you know, then he just got to where he wasn't really showing aggression to me, but he sassed me. I mean, you would correct him and tell him something, and he'd do his little, you know, just gravel and stuff. So we decided we was going to send him to obedience school. Ooh, well, let me tell you, that man had his hands full. But when Max came back, yeah, I'll tell you, he was a little more obedient. But when we used to go walking around our neighborhood there, because, you know, we used to live in a real neighborhood that had concrete streets. Well, yeah, those were concrete streets, sidewalks, street lights, I mean, everything, you know, the real world. And when we'd take Max for a walk, we'd always have him on his leash. And then if you dropped the leash, I mean, that dog would feel the tension of the leash stop, and he would just stop. and he would just turn back and look at you like, are y'all coming? I mean, that dog would never go any, you know, further ahead from us than, you know, as soon as he felt that, that was it. And then, but, oh my God, he was so rough and tough, but he was afraid of his own shadows. We were walking one time, and there was a trash can, and it wasn't there because, you know, trash gets put out on a certain night, and it wasn't there the couple of nights before, and he remembered that that trash can wasn't here. Well, you know, here's the trash can. We're walking, walking, and then Max sees this trash can. Okay, let me. There's a little trash can. We're walking down the street, and Max sees it, and he's like, "What is that?" Growling the whole way around there. And then walkie, 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 because that trash can freaked him out because, you know, it hadn't been there for a while. But, I mean, the people put it out there all the time, but I guess this was the first time he just realized that there's a big old black trash can in the middle of where I'm walking, and scared him to death. Oh my gosh. Oh, and when it was Halloween time, when all the neighborhood, everybody would decorate, he hated it because it scared him to death. So, you know, all kinds of creatures and things in the yard, and oh, yeah. He was a strange dog. Oh my gosh. He was so funny. But he definitely had a mind of his own. Whoo, that dog. But yep. But when we brought him to his obedience class, he had to, because he was like a 3-week class, you just left him there. I felt bad. Because, you know, you just leave your kids, like send them off to boarding school and never see them again. And so I would call and check on him, and the guy's like, I think he needs to stay another week. I'm like, oh, come on. He said, oh, no, there's no extra price. It's part of my thing. He says, I just haven't broke him yet, because he was, I mean, definitely related to me and my children. You know, he gets his mind set, and that's it. And it takes a little while to, you know, get that grudge out. But, oh, but yeah, and he came back, he had a mark, like where, I think the guy, you know, like a riding crop or something. I wasn't happy about it, because I just, you know, didn't feel you need to beat my dog that bad. I mean, shoot, we didn't even beat him. But, yeah, but he definitely got an attitude adjustment for sure. Ooh. So he didn't, you know, really get with his aggressive side, but he still, when you told him to go get in his room, he still groveled the whole way there into, because his room was in the laundry room, and so that's where he had to go. If he was, you know, got in trouble or did something, he had to go to his, you know, tell him to get in his bed, go to his room, and he'd, because like, okay, this is our hallway, and the laundry room was in here at the other house, and then, you know, our dining room and stuff was up front, so then our kitchen is back here, and so, you know, he'd get in trouble for something that he did. I mean, I don't even know what, but I would tell Max, go get in your room, you know, quit doing that. I don't know. I mean, he didn't get in trouble a lot, but when he did, you know, I said, get in your room. So he'd go down here, and he'd, I mean, just talk to you like a little kid, sassing you the whole way there. And I'm like, Max, you better shut that mouth. And he'd go in there, and he'd turn into his room, and I'm like, and you'd hear him, and I'm like, Max, boy, I didn't say no back talking. You better hush that mouth. And so you wouldn't hear nothing. He'd go in there and get in his bed, you know, along this wall. And then, like a few minutes later, you'd hear, just as low as can be, and he's in there like, I'm getting the last word. But he, I'm telling you, that dog was something. He was funny. Oh my gosh. Alright, we're going to put those on there, and I'm kind of now, I know, running my mouth. Where's my, I still have my leaves over here. I think that would be pretty on here. And a butterfly, but I'm wondering, do I want it? No, I think I'm going to do, let's stamp it with this memento, and then we'll just have to let it dry. We'll see how this dries with ink on it. I know, I'm stamping all the way down there, sorry. Alright, and let's just, oh yeah, I think that would be pretty. Yeah, it's, oops, I just blew my butterflies away. Yeah, it's definitely, you know, slick, so it's going to take a little while for that to dry, because I didn't use Stays On in brown, because I don't have Stays On in brown. I need to buy some Stays On in brown. Alright, but we're going to just bite the bullet and try to gently put these butterflies on here without smearing my ink too bad. Okay, so let's put him here. Yeah, I know. That Nuvo drop's calling me. I hear you. Oh my gosh, it is screaming. I hear you, Nuvo. I hear you. Oh, darn, I should have maybe turned that other one because I wanted him. Well, yeah, no, that's how it's going to be. Try not to smear that ink. Let me use this. Maybe I can have a controlled smush. No guarantees, but better than my big old finger. Alright. And then we'll put this other little one on there, and then we're going to have to put some Nuvo drops on there. I know. Okay. He's just going to be sitting, kind of fluttering on top of that. Alright, now let's get, these are the same color drops that I used on the inside butterfly one. So let's just stick some on here. And then we'll beat it. Alright. Okay, hold on. Let me tap it on the table. Without getting my finger in the ink. Alright. Yes, I like that. Okay, so let me go ahead and we're just going to call this a quick little one. I got to let this dry, and then we will come back and work on the journal tag for that pocket and these other two tags that I have in here. So let me set this aside, and I will see y'all on the next video. Thanks for sharing some of your time with me. Thanks for sharing some of your day with me. Have a blessed day, a great day. Lots of kisses and lots of love. And I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye, guys.